Happy spring, everybody. I just got all the laundry done from 2 weekends ago when I was pulling all the bedding out, but we are on our way to the boat. It's a beautiful, gloomy spring morning. Perfect weather for putting the boat in the water when there won't be a whole bunch of people around. So that's what we're gonna do today. On our way to the boathouse. Gonna stop and get some coffee and then hopefully just get the boat right out. Check on the mooring ball with the dinghy for sure this time, and then we're gonna work on setting up the mast and then getting the boat on the mooring ball. So those are the plans for today. We are hitting the road. Here we go. Hopefully all the rain will happen on our drive down there and it'll be just perfectly not rainy when we get there. We also have a special guest with us today. Me. Blake. Favorite little Creekside Coffee Roasting Co. And they really turned it into a drive-through, so that's nice. The market is open and they're giving away free whoopie pies today. Alright, well, the market wasn't quite ready yet. They only accepted cash, we didn't have any. And they also didn't have the cheese that we were looking for, but they did have really, really pretty plants, and I wish them the best for their vegetable sale today. But we did get coffee, so that's a win. We're here, we're gonna get everything out of the way. Step one, hook the dinghy up to the golf cart, hook the boat up to the van. The pollen has started. Part of the trailering is we have to raise the motor and the rudders, but first we have to get it out of the area underneath here. So, got a few things to work on to pull it out. Blake is going to be stationed up here so he can put the mast on the crutch holder so it doesn't bounce around or slide when we're driving. And yeah, so now we're going to get started pulling the boat out. Alright, we got the boat out of our boathouse. We are trailering it through the campground. Blake has taken some video for me. And Kurt is behind me with the golf cart and the dinghy trailer.
Stop!
For some reason they're telling me to stop. Blake is lifting up the mast and putting it in the crutch. We good? Here we go. being able to see the trailer tires in the side view mirrors. We really need to put some air in those things before we take the trailer back home. And we probably should have done it before we started towing the boat because they are flat. Like, it's making the boat bounce around a lot more than it normally would if they were all the way filled up. Alright, we have successfully made it to the boat launch, and then Kurt's just informed me that we left the mast raising system back at the back at the boathouse in our storage shed. So he's going to detach the dinghy. He's doing that right now. And then he is going to drive back to the boathouse and grab our mast raising system. So I'm going to work on getting up into the boat and getting stuff set up to raise the mast. Yeah, so Kurt just left to go get the mast raising system. But here we are, van, boat, and boy, all ready to start getting the boat ready to go in the water. So that entails raising the mast. We're not going to put the boom on here, so we're just going to raise the mast, get the rigging all attached, which you can see is just like kind of hanging down right now. So yeah, so raise the mast, get the rigging all set up and attached, which includes the forestay rolling furler, which is always a pain in the butt to get connected to this little section here. Right here is where it goes. And then it's just a pin, that little tiny pin that goes through there, and it holds the mast up. So that's really the hardest part about raising the mast, is just getting that pin to go where it needs to go, right there. Well, it's the hardest part if you are using the mast raising system. So yeah, we'll get the mast raised, we'll get the rigging all attached, probably put the boom on, which is just laying right there once we get on the mooring ball. But yeah, so watch us as we raise the mast. Next step. The water right now, it's noon o'clock. So we made great time getting here today, and our plan was to get the boat out from the boathouse. So that is done. Get the dinghy here. That obviously is done. Get the dinghy into the water. Have yet to do that. Undo the mooring line, the pendant that's on the mooring, so that we can grab it with the boat hook once we get the boat in the water. But you'll notice that since it's noon, the tide is low, which is fine because we wanted to give ourselves plenty of time to work on raising the mast. So tide is actually coming in right now. Around 3 o'clock, it should be high tide, and that's when we are going to put the boat in the water. So we have 3 hours, get it all ready, stick it in. Hopefully the tide will come up to, well, that was the last tide, so hopefully it'll come up to about there. But yeah, it's a little bit chilly. It's supposed to be 59, but I think with the wind, it feels a little bit more like 53 maybe. But yeah, we wanted to give ourselves a nice gloomy day to work on this stuff, since we know cold, gloomy days, the boat launch wouldn't be crowded. And it's not. We are literally the only boat here. And we also talked to our neighbors last weekend. They said that they weren't going to be at the campground, so we knew we would have plenty of space to get the boat out from our campsite. So it's all working out well. It's a little bit more painful for us because it's cold and gloomy, but we're not inconveniencing anybody else. So that's kind of important to us. It helps lessen the stress, not having to worry about other people waiting on us to get our together. But mooring ball's still there. As soon as Kurt gets back with the mast raising system, we're going to put the dinghy in the water and go get that ready for the boat. I am super excited and nervous because that's how I am. When it comes to anything with the boat, my confidence and my skill level is uncertain at best, So it's another reason why I love doing stuff with the boat, because it's something that I'm not confident with, so it adds extra anxiety and extra excitement to my day. Even though it is low tide, we are putting the dinghy in to go check on the mooring ball. Get the pendant off, get it prepped for the boat, which should take about 2 minutes. Good old dinghy wheels. Kurt's gonna put it in the water, get the motor started. We haven't done that yet, so that might take a few tries. And then he's gonna meet me over at the dock. He's gotta get his Crocs in sport mode. All right, I'll meet you over at the dock. Kurt gets to be the first one of us on the water this year. I think that's why he doesn't let me on at the launch. He's like, no, I want to do it by myself. Which is fine. But yeah, so I'm walking to the dock here. He's gonna pick me up. He's gonna have to wait for me though, because I'm a slow walker. Yeah, it's low. So the people that pulled up and talking to me, he's seen the water so low that it's nothing but mud right here, and it's just a channel between our little channel markers there. So hopefully that doesn't happen when we have the boat on the water. Last year it was pretty well okay, there's always water under it, so hopefully that'll be the same this year. We are putting it in a little bit earlier, but fingers crossed we'll always have water under the boat where it needs to be. Our draft is only 12 inches though, so it's pretty nice, still being shallow water. Look at this guy. What service? Hi, hon. Everything going good?
Climb aboard.
I'm climbing aboard. We're on the dinghy.
Rusty.
I didn't do a very graceful entry of the dinghy. I'll have to work on that this year. Yeah. Hello, Ball. We haven't seen you since October. Oh gosh. Nice.
That's not too bad.
It's not so bad. It's a little slimy, but not anything too much. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Awesome. Now we are ready for the boat. Pull on it. Make sure it's nice and no chains are broken or anything.
It looks fine.
Oh yeah, it looks really good.
Still here.
Just a little dirty, that's it.
Get like a little flip for that.
Yeah. I'll be able to grab it still. Nice work. All right, back to raising the mast for the boat. Mooring ball, check. Approaching the dock, and we are going to tie up to the cleat, leave the dinghy here, and work on getting the boat ready to launch. Then I will come back to the dinghy, Kurt and Blake will drive the boat out to the mooring ball, and I will meet them at the ball with the dinghy. And then we'll be all set. Yeah, there's a strong current pushing us out. And the wind too. It's going in an opposite direction than we're used to, really. Floating dock, so it's really nice to get the lines all tight so the dinghy just stays close and slides with the tide. All right, Kurt made his way off the dinghy. Here's my opportunity. And I did great. Back onto the boat, the big boat. Getting this mast raised. Here we go. We are gonna go get some lunch. So Kurt's gonna stay here, get some of the tasks done, like the dock lines and the fenders, and then when I get back with food, we will raise the mast. Lunch is good. Ate real quick so none of us get hangry at each other while we're trying to raise the mast. So, all right, raising the mast. Let's go. All right, so let's move the boom out of the way and all this stuff. Done. Alright, go ahead and push it. We need to remember to get these plastic things on everywhere too.
You wanna get them by the house?
Yeah, let's just get it set and attached here. Is it good? All right. All right, very good. So the pin for the mast is in, and then we're going to attach the mast raising system to the mast. It gets hooked up all right here in between there, and then to the bow of the boat. But first we're gonna go make sure we have these plastic shield things for the what Kurt is holding for the rigging so that the lines don't get caught on it while we're sailing. So we're gonna do that next. All right, back at the boathouse. Looking for those plastic things that go on the rigging plates. I don't know what they're actually called. Rigging plate things. Hopefully they're just in here. So I didn't find the plastic things anywhere, so hopefully they are in the boat. But I did find the boat hook, mooring hook, which we're gonna need, and then another dock line, which we're gonna need. So it was still worth the trip to come back, even though I didn't find what I came here for. I found other valuable things. I wonder if I should bring a little mooring buoy that we have to attach to the pendant too. Probably do that later, I guess. All right, back to the boat. Kurt got the mast raising system attached. Now we just have to attach the baby stays. So I'm gonna help Kurt look for them because he couldn't find them. I almost slipped off the boat, which is why I try not to wear shoes when I'm on the boat because they are slippery and the boat is dusty with pollen. They're already attached. Everything is ready to go. Kurt found the other two plastic things, so we're good to go. The forestay is in the right spot, going over the spreaders, so that should be good to go and ready to be lifted and not in the way when we are lifting it.
All right, can you toss me through the plastic thing?
Yes. And it goes like that. Yeah, so the two pieces bend like away from each other so they'd be making a diamond. We need to get some quick disconnects or something for these. No, I just need you to give me time and then I can get it.
You're like, I can't do any other ones. Can't do it.
If I need your help,
Yep.
I'll be all like, Kurt, I need help. Because I would. Here we go. I'm raising the mast. Hopefully I don't slip on anything. All right, so I got this. It's in the right spot. I need to get the furling line. So it doesn't get caught. All right, you ready? Okay. Oh. The mast is up. I like raising the mast in the water, so then if I fall off the boat, I just fall 4 feet into some nice soft water. All right, pin is in, sails up, stays are in place. My heart is beating like crazy. I'm gonna work on some other stuff now. Calm myself down. I'm gonna disconnect the mast raising system. Always put the pin back so you don't lose it. It's getting the anchor into position. We're gonna put the awning up and then we're gonna back her down the ramp. The tide looks like it's in enough, so hopefully that'll all work out. Okay, we're done with the mast raising system, so I'm putting it back on the golf cart. Kurt is ready to put the boat in the water. Mast is all raised. Everything's connected the way it's supposed to be. So here we go. Boat in the water.
Just enough tide to make this work.
Just enough?
Yeah. That'll make it not difficult, I would say.
Yeah.
Alright, got the golf cart and trailer parked. Now I'm getting on the dinghy and I'm meeting them out at the ball. Blake is going to try and get the mooring pendant on his own. So if they can do that, then my only task is to get the dinghy to the boat so I can rendezvous with the boys. So I wish somebody was getting a video of Blake getting to the ball. But this is the best I can do. He's up there on the bow, getting ready. He's got the boat hook. So here I come with the dinghy right now. Last year, I paddled the dinghy over. This year, I'm actually going to try my best and use the motor. So let's see if I can get it started. Oh God, do I even remember how to do this? Gotta be in neutral. I think it's in neutral right now. Or maybe it's not, I don't know. So I got it in forward. Am I already going anywhere? Oh my gosh. I think they got on the mooring ball. I hope. Maybe not. I think they did get it. Oh, that's good news. That's great.
You have good?
No.
Just doing some more panicking for us?
Yeah.
Oh, Stacey, you're so better. You're panicking.
I made it to the boat.
And Blake did a really great job.
I know, I saw. I wish somebody was taking a video for him.
Do you have to turn off the radio?
Red button, right?
Well, put the paddle thing in the neutral first.
And then I push the red button?
Push and hold it.
The red button. Do I have to take this out? I don't understand. Okay. We did it, everybody. We're safe and we made it.
Yeah, well, that's not big of a deal at all.
I feel like it is.
Biggest pain in the butt was that fender.
Yeah.
That was no big deal really, because as I was putting these on, I was like, these ropes are gonna snap. This shit, I gotta replace all of them.
Oh god. That's not the way it goes.
Hang out.
I'm gonna check and make sure that the mooring is good.
You have to redo that tile. It's kind of half-assed.
Yeah. So before we get off the boat, I'm going to go and reattach the mooring line, make sure that's really good, and we're gonna put the boom on. Get that all set up, and then we'll lock up and we'll head back to land, and we would have successfully got the boat on the mooring. Moving the boom, getting it into position. It's just gonna hang out right there for right now. Gonna get the furler line out from under there. Okay, getting the lines roughly all back into where they are supposed to go. And then we do 2 mooring lines. So I'm gonna get that out. I guess this one is the second one. All right, good. No, this is only one. All right, I'm gonna get the other one out. GoPro, you're only at 32%. No mooring line in there. Can you throw me another mooring line?
Yeah.
I need one of the blue ones.
Why can't that work?
Because it's softer.
Is there any other blue ones?
Can you check underneath one of the seats down there or up front where the life jackets are? No. It's a dark blue.
There are not any more ropes that are thicker or harder or whatever you want.
Did you check underneath that seat right there?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna look.
Huh?
I'm gonna look.
That's what I said.
I'm sorry, Kurt, what'd you say?
That's what I said. You said what I said?
No, he said that I should come down here and look for them, which I don't know what would have happened to it. Oh yeah, if I had the cable, then we would just use one mooring line.
I don't know where it is.
Alright, I'm gonna work on re-roping the single mooring line. We are rusty, man. We are forgetting all kinds of simple things. This could just get pulled tighter. That'd be great. It's all stupid. Lift it up. Okay. Alright. And that's how that will stay until we go out boating again. And then this one stays on there. This one undoes.
I have a lock for this.
Okay, we need to go get a new lock to
right.
lock it up.
Save me.
No, come on. We're not supposed to do that. It's something stupid whenever you're dealing with ropes. They get all tangled up on everything. And that's half of the battle of sailing. It's just keeping them in line. And pains in the butt. So now we just figure it up and we usually just have it hanging right there. Kurt has to do that. Oh gosh. Alright, we're filling up the ballast. I just closed the valve. Kurt is up in the V-berth. He is closing the bung. If we leave air bubbles when we're trying to sleep, it'll make a bunch of whooshing sounds. It's super annoying. say we're good?
Yeah.
I closed it. Alright, so that's done. Ballast is full. Okay. So now the boom and the foot is connected to the mast. Next is to attach the halyard to the clew. So I'm out. Get this all attached, and then after that it will be to get the cars into the mast track. Ooh. Fingers are just like not wanting to work today. That's on there good. It's all ready to go. So I have to remove the track stop. Make sure the cars are going in the right way. And just start feeding them up. I'm going to detach all this stuff so that's clear. Obviously, we just had it like this for storage. This is the topping lift. We're going to take that off and put it at the other end of the boom. So I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, I cleared the way for the cars to be put on. So I'm just going to feed them up in there. Sorry about my hair getting in the video all the time. A few more slugs to go. Alright, last slug is in. Putting the mast lock back on. Put it in place there. Alright. Sails on the mast. Next I'm going to attach the car to the track there. So that's another pin. That's not tight. Starting to shorten this all up. So that'll keep the mast from going anywhere. Alright, we're done on the boat. Everybody is cranky. Kurt's trying to get the dinghy on the trailer by himself just because it's almost perfect, except for it's not really a one-person job yet. But he's also trying to get all the water out of it too. It has one of those false bottoms, so it has water in it when we don't realize. I think he got it all out, so that should be pretty good. Got to get the strap downs out of the back of the golf cart, and then we'll be ready to go. I'm gonna take it back to the boathouse, put it all away, and then hit the road. We are all ready for the day. Done, already done. Got the boat in the water, got the mast up, got the boom on. Gonna take the trailer home. So leaving that connected to the van. Throw this old coffee away. Now I'm gonna take a nice photo of the boat on its ball. It's what we've been waiting for all month since spring started. And it started to get nice weather. Like last weekend, if the boat was in the water already, we would have definitely gone sailing. So yeah, lots of work, very stressful. Gives me anxiety. So it makes me exhausted at the end of the day. But it's all worth it because here's the money shot. There she is. The blue witch right on the mooring ball. It's great. We got the rudders up, the motor up, everything's locked up, everything's secured. So we are heading home.
Guys take forever. They always forget something, and they always take a long time to get it back.